Hello, nieces and nieces. How are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista, and over here we do mainly things fragrance, whether it's body or home. And today we are here to talk the fragrances and or fragrance combinations that I wore starting the week of January the 6th. Okay, so starting on Sunday, you guys, I started with a product that I got from Trader Joe's some time ago. It wasn't last year, and I'm not sure if this even came in last year because it is a holiday type of item, but this is a plum scented body butter, and it smells so good. It smells like sweet sugary candied plum. This is probably the most potent plum body care that I have ever experienced or had, but this is what I have. So I'm about out of it, but I started with these two items, and this is the Ice Sugared Plum from Bath and Body Works Fine Fragrance Mist. It has fragrance notes of sparkling sugar plum, snowdrop petals, and whipped marshmallow. This is more of a marshmallow gourmand type of fragrance than fruity, but the two of these combined, they just accent one another so well. So that was my body care. The fragrance that I use for that day is from Kilian. This is I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess. This is a marshmallow forward fragrance. It has fragrance notes of tea. It has some ginger in it, and it has a lemon note in it. So you do get that marshmallow smell, but it's more of an airy marshmallow. It's not heavily gourmand, but it combined so well with these two body care items. So that was my fragrance cocktail for Sunday. On Monday, I started with one of my favorites from this particular year. I think this came out at the end of 2022 or at the beginning of 23. I don't remember, but it wasn't that long ago. But this is the Ice Lemon Pound Cake. So look at the fine fragrance mist, and whenever you can get halfway or almost under half, it's good, or you really just liked it. So I started with this. This has fragrance notes of sugary glaze icing, pure lemon zest, fluffy pound cake. This has been said or been compared to the Libre by Xerjoff, and I must agree. This is like a baby sister to the Libre with Xerjoff, but it does pair very well with other fragrances that I have in my collection. So I started with this. This is Devotion from Dolce & Gabbana. This fragrance has a candied citrus lemon note in it. It also has a rum note as well as vanilla. So it is really good. And that candied citrus, I'm not sure what it's combined with. It does give you this orange blossom type of smell. And I do think that fragrance houses, they intentionally leave fragrance notes off. That's just my opinion. But this is really good. Really enjoyed it. But I wanted to add a little bit more vanilla, so I paired this with the fragrance as well. So I ended up using the both of these. This is Goddess from Burberry, and this is a vanilla lavender forward type of fragrance. I do think that this was the It Girl fragrance 2023 as far as designer, and this is an easy to like type of fragrance. Not overly head over heels, but I did wear it later in the week and I have a different thought about this. But let me just say this: Valentine's Day is rapidly approaching, so any gentlemen that are in here, I'm going to say this, and this is just my subjective opinion. If you're looking for a nice fragrance to purchase your lady, I would recommend this right here. This Burberry Goddess. I do believe that this is a mass appealing type of fragrance. It is a fragrance for the average fragrance person to easily like, or even if she's not that into fragrance, I do think that this fragrance is that type of fragrance that 70 to 85% of a female would like this. So Tuesday was an extremely rainy day. It actually started Monday midnight, and it rained all through the night, and it rained all day on Tuesday. So when I was preparing to leave, it was extremely wet and rainy outside. So in my mind, I'm like, I got to create a better mood than what the outside is giving me. So I went in and I found this baby here that I really, really enjoy, and it is so mood evoking for me. This gives me a happy mood, and this is more of a spring summer forward fragrance. However, I used it this past week. The fragrance notes are bright, bubbly champagne, fresh citrus. It's definitely the citrus and the bubbly note that does it for me. Really enjoyed this. This is my last. I hope they decide to come back out with this, but this is from Bath and Body Works, and I think it came out 21, I believe. So then I went in with this beauty here. This is Casablanca from Swiss Arabian. This is an Arabian fragrance, and it is a fruity, exotic type of fragrance. This fragrance is so good, you guys. I really enjoy this, and this is one of my husband's favorites that he liked to smell on me. But this fragrance has a lot of fruit in it. It has apple, it has grape, it has some of those fruits that are not often in fragrances or in the fragrances I owned. And it has some berries in it. It just has a wide array of things in it, and it smells like it's a wide array of something good in here. This fragrance is so good, you guys. I like the name of the fragrance also because the way this fragrance smells, it does give me a sense of just vintage, you know, like Renaissance. It gives me that type of sense. So when I say my olfactory senses work when it comes to this, and that could be a reason why my husband really likes it. So I don't know if his olfactory senses is taking him to a place that, you know, really jog some good thoughts or feelings or memories with this fragrance. But this is a good fragrance, and it's very inexpensive, you guys. So I use this, and I went in with this. Now, this fragrance has been said to be an apple pie fragrance or the juicy fruit gum type of fragrance. You guys, this is so good. This is Dolce Almafi from Xerjoff's line, Casa. And in my opinion, I do agree, this gives me spicy, juicy fruit gum. This is what this fragrance smells like. It is so delicious. This fragrance is good. I didn't even expect this fragrance to be that good. I just bought it because I wanted to add it to my collection because I have some of the other gourmand fragrances from the Casa line. And I'm like, okay, I need to complete it and add this. No, this doesn't complete the line because I think it's like 11 to 12 fragrance in that line. But this is a good one, you guys. I don't hear as much talk about this one as I do of the Dama Bianca and the Libre or even the Italica. But this is really good. So I paired this with those items on Tuesday. And Tuesday, although it was rainy, you guys, it was a good time. So that was my fragrance cocktail for Tuesday. Wednesday, hump day. I made it. I did make it. Did you make it? If you're here, yes, you did. So Tuesday, I went to Bath and Body Works because I wanted to get my hands on the Sweetheart Cherry body care. I had already gotten the candle, but they had not put the body care out. So I just so happened to call on this particular Tuesday, and they said, we're putting it out now. So I went up and I purchased it. And once I got home and got settled, I took my shower early so that I could experience this and be awake and not sleep. So really enjoyed this fragrance. I do think that it's more cherry than the vanilla and pistachio, but some of my supporters and subscribers, they beg to differ. And I love when you all give your opinions on my thoughts, because not to judge my thoughts, but I like when you give your opinions, whether they agree with mine or not, because it helps me to see and look at things differently. So thank you. And I wore this the day before, that day on Tuesday, and I could smell it for a long time, longer than most body care. So I wanted to wear it the next day to just experience it. And like I do believe that when I'm in my house, I tend to be able to hold on to what I smell as far as fragrances are concerned, more so than outside of the house. So, needless to say, I got a total different experience on Wednesday with this than I did the day before, which was Tuesday. So, I went in with this. The fragrance notes in here are wild cherry, crushed pistachio, and whipped vanilla. So I wanted to keep it, kind of simplistic because I wanted to experience this a little more. So what I did, I just did a very standard cherry fragrance. And this is new to the fragrance community as well. This is the Black Opium Over Red by YSL. And I do still have it packaged, you guys, because this fragrance needs some shelf life. I'm still not getting what I would like to get from this fragrance. It's just taking it a little while to macerate, because by midday, I didn't smell the Sweetheart Cherry or the Over Red. So that's what it was for Wednesday. We'll have to revisit this and come back, but that's what it was. But that was my fragrance cocktail for Wednesday, you guys. Thursday, I started with body care from Bath and Body Works. This is the Fresh Vanilla Blossoms. And I use both the Fine Fragrance Mist and the body cream. It has fragrance notes of suede petals, soft sandalwood, and vanilla bean. This was a 2023 release. It was released with another one, I think, that was called Vanilla Bourbon. Out of the two, I like this one the most. I had told myself I was not going to buy both of them because I just don't buy a whole lot of Bath and Body Works products like I used to, because I already have too many. But this one, I could not resist it. So I have it. I use this and it smells really nice. I do like this particular fragrance, but I don't know what kind of mood I was in, because I was just like, okay, let's just make it easy. Let's make it quick. So what I decided to do is pair it with the Burberry Goddess. Again, I was trying to match the suede petals with the lavender. I gave it a little thought. And the vanillas with the vanillas, of course. So that's what I did for Thursday. And you guys, my experience with this on Thursday, I'm not sure if it was the combination of the two together. And if I'm remembering right, I thought that I had worn this combination before, but I can't remember. This, I feel a little different than I felt about this on Monday or the days before. I just thought that this was just, okay, it's just a vanilla fragrance. It wasn't anything that I was overly excited about when I first got it. But that's why you have to give some things a chance, you guys. So for those of you who may not know, this is a very hyped fragrance as far as It Girl 2023 in the designer world. And I'm starting to understand and get what the hype is about it now. So I just want to say this really quick. Gentlemen, if you're in here and you're watching, this is a fragrance I think that will be an easy, safe purchase if you want to get your lady or your wife something for Valentine's Day that smells really nice. Again, that was my fragrance cocktail for Thursday. Now, Friday, I did not do any flavored, I like to call it, body care items. I just kept it really basic. I used my Dove and I used my Coco Shea body oil, which has minimal to no smell to it, but I was in the mood for her. I didn't even use the body silk because I want to replenish it, but they always sell out. So I used her, didn't use the silk because I'm down to like a couple uses. This right here, you guys, this is so good. And normally when I wear it, I do try to wear it with the silk because it just lasts an eternity. But I use this, and this is one of those airy gourmand type of fragrances, because you do get that airy muskiness from it. And I think it has cassis in it, if I'm not mistaken. And it definitely has praline, and you can get that undertone praline gourmand note in here. This is good. So if you know, you know. So I wanted to increase the airiness and the aldehydic vibe that it gave. So I went in with this. And this is the latest from the YSL Libre line. And this is the Absolute Platine. This is more of a unisex fragrance. We know that this is unisex also. This is more of a unisex fragrance, but I wanted to pick up on the aldehydic and the lavender airiness to combine it with this. I got so many compliments on this particular day, you guys. Not only did I feel like or think that I smell good, it was a feeling and a thought, you guys, but other people did as well, because I got like 4 compliments on that day. And this fragrance, it lasts all day long. And what I love about a fragrance, I like when they battle. I do like that, you know, but I love when they mesh. I just love when they come together and they become one, and it creates something new and different. So that was my fragrance cocktail for Friday, you guys. On Saturday, we started again with the Sweetheart Cherry because I wanted to just experience it again. Sweetheart Cherry. It has wild cherry, crushed pistachio, and whipped vanilla. Then I said, okay, I'm just going to enhance this because I love the way the cream smells. So I'm just going to try to enhance this a little bit more so that it'll stick with me throughout the day. So I started off with this, the Yum Pistachio. You know, this is one of my favorites. So I went in really heavy with the Yum Pistachio by K.I. Lee. You know, this has the pistachio gelato, it has some hazelnut, it has the marshmallow, the whipped cream, the rum, the cotton candy, all that sweet goodness in here. And this is my happy fragrance. So you know how I feel about this. So I said, okay, I'm going to pair it with the Love Fest Burning Cherry. You know, this is the cherry note. It also has a raspberry note. It has that gaiac wood and some patchouli. Then I went back over it with this. And then I sprayed a little more of the fine fragrance mist all over my clothes again. You guys, this right here, oh my. This was day 2 of excessive compliments. It smelled so good on this particular day. I kid you not, you guys. So this was the fragrance cocktail that I wore on Saturday, and it was a hit. So if you have these items in your collection, I would definitely recommend trying them. You might want to be a little excessive with it. I'm always excessive with it unless it's just a nuclear fragrance, but you can go in a little bit, you know, heavy with these particular except for this one. You don't need as much of this one as you probably would want of this one. So those were my fragrance combinations and or cocktails for this week. I want to thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate you. If you would like to share your fragrances below, or just one of them, or, you know, some people may wear fragrance the whole week. Who knows? I don't know. But if you want to share whatever you want to share with me about your fragrances, please go ahead. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the support. And do not forget, you, yes, you are great. Bye-bye.